All right, today we are going to be doing our read aloud a little bit differently. Since I'm not here today, I'm going to go ahead and do a screencast so you'll be able to see everything that's going on. As I do this, it'll be just like a regular read aloud. You'll be able to see the Kindle. I'll stop and talk about some things as we go through. The only difference is I am not there. So yesterday we started reading in Close to Famous, and Foster had a moment where she got really frustrated because she was supposed to be writing something and she couldn't. And then, even more embarrassing, she met the middle school principal and told her that she hated school, which is not a great first impression that you want to make, especially for a kid like Foster who already really struggles in school. She tells her mama that she wants to leave, and mama says, "Hey, we're here for the long haul, and so you got to kind of figure it out." And she says, "Okay, I'm going to do what I did in Memphis." So let's go ahead and get started. We're on chapter 13 in Close to Famous. "I'm here, world, and I've got baked goods." I stood outside Angry Wayne's Bar and Grill, holding tight to my bacon take. Inside this carrier were 6 chocolate chip muffins and 6 vanilla cupcakes. A sleepy dog lay by the screen door. 2 red-headed boys were chasing something in the parking lot, laughing. I was about to go in when I heard a man shout, "You want to get me good and riled?" Then something hit the wall and a buzzer went off. The word riled means like angry. I jumped back. "What was that?" "Our papa," the taller red-headed boy said. A man in uniform, wearing mirrored sunglasses, walked out. He held the door open. "Going in?" he asked me. Now, yesterday we kind of talked about the mirrored sunglasses, so we can go ahead and make the inference here that this is another guard from the prison. "Going in?" he asked me. I nodded and walked inside. 3 men and a lady sat at the counter. Not one of them looked happy. Stuffed fish hung on the wall. They didn't look happy either. There wasn't much in this long, thin place. The sausages on the grill looked good, though. "You know what they did now, Wayne?" one of the men asked. A man with red hair was standing at the grill. "Can my heart take it, Clay?" "The prison's putting Tommy out of business. All those promises they were going to buy from him, just a pack of lies." Wayne's face got pink and splotchy. He reached down, got a rubber ball, and threw it at a buzzer on the wall that buzzed loud. The ball dropped into a net below. "They can't do that." "They're doing it, boy. They're doing it," the man and the lady said. I stepped forward, tried to have a stage presence like Mama taught me. "Excuse me." They all turned to look. Angry Wayne flipped the sausages. "You lost?" Now, I'm going to go ahead and make a guess here that girls like Foster don't normally walk into a place named Angry Wayne's Bar and Grill. Just doesn't sound like a place where you're going to have many kids going. But on the other hand, it is the only restaurant in town. I'm also going to go ahead and make an inference here that Angry Wayne would probably be the angry guy that's behind the counter. All right, let's keep going. "It sure feels that way, mister." I missed Marietta Morningstar and her little pink bake shop. "I'm new in town, and I'm a baker, and I was wondering, sir, if I could help you in the kitchen. You wouldn't have to pay me or anything. I'd just like to learn. I did this in Memphis." So earlier, Foster said that this is what she was going to have to do, what she knew how to do. If you remember earlier in the book, when she wanted to learn how to bake, she went to Marietta Morningstar's bakery and said that she would help her out and work for free, and that's how she learned to do a lot of her baking. So Foster now has gone to the only restaurant in town, Angry Wayne's Bar and Grill, and said, "Hey, I'll help you out here." Does this sound like Angry Wayne's going to want to have her working? I really don't think so. "Don't hire children," he said. "I understand. I just want to help." "Don't need no help." I looked around at the dead fish hanging on the wall. This seemed to be a popular decorating choice in Culpeper. My eyes stopped on a scratched plastic box with boring sweet rolls inside. "I'd say you need help, sir." I'm also going to say that for a baker like Foster, having just kind of a random box with some random sweet rolls in it is not something that she's going to appreciate. She seems to like things to be done in a certain way, especially when it comes to her baking. So it's almost probably like that's going to offend her a little bit. She's like, "Listen, you may not think I need my help, you need my help, but I would say that you really do." I brought some samples. I've got chocolate chip muffins and vanilla cupcakes. I opened the bacon take. "Would you like to try one, Mr. Wayne?" He sniffed, which might mean yes. The lady's eyes popped. I haven't had a cupcake and I don't know when, she said. Are these free? They're free today, but Mr. Wayne, I don't want to be a bother. I figured he wasn't a cupcake man, so I handed him a muffin. He held it up and studied it. This is what food people do. I use a touch of corn flour, I told him. Makes it chewy. He took a bite, and I saw a little sparkle in his eyes. He took his time chewing it. It was like he was moving it from side to side in his mouth. I'd seen people tasting wine like that on the Food Network. He took a gulp of coffee, took another bite. You made this? I nodded. It's got butter and... I know what it's got. What else you make? I make pumpkin muffins, apple cinnamon ones, banana bread, pineapple upside down cake, cupcakes. Vanilla cupcakes, the woman whispered. I ain't deaf, Betty. I need a cupcake. Betty grabbed one and took a bite. Oh, now I'm in heaven. The two men at the counter each took a muffin and gobbled it down. Betty licked every last bit of frosting off the paper liner like a little kid and put her hand over her heart. Wayne turned back to the grill and fried up some onions. A man who looked like a policeman came in and sat at the counter. What's good today? Cupcakes, Betty told him. Really? He looked at what I'd brought. How much? $1, Wayne said. I coughed and motioned Wayne over. You should charge more, sir. $1.50, Sheriff. Not a penny less for fresh baked. Give me 2. I handed him 2. They were gone fast. This is a fine cupcake. He brushed crumbs off of his pants. Heard Zeke got jumped at the prison. Wasn't paying attention. Gotta pay attention, the other said. I'm going to stop here for a moment, and I kind of want to look back. It went really quickly from Wayne did not want her, even in the bar, to what else do you make? And she's giving things away for free, to all of a sudden, no. These cupcakes, if you want one, Sheriff, they're $1. And then she says, no, sir, you need to charge more. $1.50, Sheriff. And does it seem like he's willing to pay that for him? It really does. But then, after this kind of happy moment, we switch gears really quickly to Zeke got jumped at the prison. Now, I'm guessing that this means that Zeke was probably somebody from the town who worked at the prison, and he may have gotten like beat up or hurt by some of the other prisoners. All right, let's go back to the story. I looked down and couldn't believe what I saw. A huge spider with a black hairy body was crawling across the floor toward me. I jumped back. Get it away from me! Get it away! Oh, Lord, Wayne said. The people at the counter shook their heads. The red-headed boys opened the screen door, laughing. Got you good, the taller one said. What? Barry and Larry, take that tarantula outside pronto, Wayne shouted. Tarantula? I'd seen the Nature Network enough to know what that meant. The other boy picked up the tarantula. Come on, Jim Bob, off you go. Works from 25 feet, the other said happily, and showed me the remote control. A remote-controlled tarantula? I tried to catch a normal breath. Outside, Wayne yelled. The boys ran off. I closed my bacon take. Don't get your britches in a bunch, Wayne said to me. I gulped and nodded. He went back to grilling. Betty reached for a cupcake. That'll be $1.50, Wayne told her. But it was free a minute ago. These were free, the sheriff asked. Wayne held out his hand for the money. I'm a businessman, Betty. She put 75 cents in his hand and gave 75 cents to me. What's this? Wayne demanded. Good business. Betty ate that cupcake like it was the last one on earth. You want me to bring more tomorrow, Mr. Wayne? Everyone at the counter nodded. Betty raised her eyebrows. How much will you be paying this girl, Wayne? He thought about that. 25% of the take. Betty shook her head. Not less than 50. I got overhead, woman. Betty glared at him until he muttered, all right, 50%. We'll try it for 1 day. Woohoo! I'm a professional baker, at least till tomorrow. Longer, maybe, if I don't mess up. I ran out the door, hugging my bacon take. Can I have a muffin for my tarantula? The taller red-headed boy asked. No! He pressed the remote, and the tarantula's eyes lit up. You want to pet him? I jumped over that thing and headed down the road. I had big-time baking to do. So I like here how Wayne kind of went from, I don't want you coming in here, to I'm going to charge for the muffins, to, oh, I got to pay you for them, to, okay, I'll give you 70 or 25% of it. And then Betty, who's just a regular customer, says, that's not fair, Wayne. So what's going to be happening now, in case you missed it, is that Foster's going to be taking muffins in, and Wayne gets half the money that people pay for it, and then Foster's going to get the other half. All right, that is the end of our chapter. We are done for today.